Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are in. This is the Big Girl Diary. Hey, how you doing? I can never, ever, ever time it.
Mama,
Yeah,
I've been calling you like 3 times.
I'm live streaming.
I didn't know that. Are you doing it on StreamYard?
Yeah,
You want me to go on there?
I'm sorry about that. I'm doing this live stream um, because I have to apologize. I was going through my posts like a lot of content creators do, and some that don't, but I do. And I responded to two of my male subscribers, and you know who you are, and I have to apologize to the two of you because when I responded to you, I was let me back up for a second. This live stream is called "Birds of a Feather Flock Together," and this right here, I'm going to show that women do commit violence, whether if it's physical, emotional, or mental on men. And I was having a good time just poking fun at Amber Heard because she's the gift that keeps on giving. And I have a subscriber who wants me to take down my video, and I'm still waiting for this individual to answer so we can live stream and discuss why she feels that way. But I digress. Now, the 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 two subscribers, they were discussing the that emotional abuse and mental abuse can be long not can be that from their perspective is long lasting than physical abuse. And I just sort of was like typing, yeah, that right there is true, but physical. And I really didn't stop and really think about it, and I had to really check myself. And I realized that that was my implicit bias coming out. And I want to apologize for that, which made me start to reflect on things and for me to start looking back at things that I have noticed. Like Amber Heard wasn't the first one that was called out publicly. She got it the worst because she fought and told outlandish half truths. I'll put it like that, half truths. But we should go back. I'm only going to go back to 2018 with Heather Locklear. Let me get out my little. Okay, first I want to start with me, Big Girl Diary, and for me apologizing to my two subscribers for not being sensitive enough because men do go through a lot. And just looking at Johnny Depp and what he had to deal with, even though I felt his pain, I didn't peel it back enough. So I'm putting myself on here. I'm on a chopping block. Now, the next slide is Amber Heard and Jada Pinket Smith. Now, I'm going to really focus on the two of them for two different reasons. But again, birds of a feather flock together. Now, just look. You can see Johnny Depp and Elon Musk were physically abused. and you can see it. Now, there are some women who prescribe to this mindset that men can't be abused. Oh, just suck it up. Get over it. It's just, she just hit you. Don't. But we got to keep in mind that men have feelings too. Men do count. And to just ignore that, we can't do that. Uh, we simply cannot ignore that. Okay. I'm going between StreamYard and not Facebook, YouTube. Okay, so we can't discard that. You could clearly see that both men were physically touched and not a way they wanted to be touched by Amber Heard. All right. So that right there is most definitely an issue. Now, Heather Locklear. Now she went off the deep end. I mean, oh my goodness. I remember this back in 2018. And there was this big explosion, not physical explosion, but whatever occurred within her home. She got into an issue with her boyfriend. How you doing? And she not only laid hands on her boyfriend, but she also laid hands on three police officers that were trying to get her out of the home and take her to jail. So she just was just going for it. So she got eight counts of DV and 3 felony accounts of DV as well. So that was pretty big. But they were able to. Well, she sought help. I'm trying to remember if she did some jail time or not. Oh, let me go to the. This is it. Heather Locklear mugshot. Yeah, it was pretty rough. She was drinking, and I'm not quite sure what else she was doing. But it was pretty severe. And I think sometime later, she was able to change her ways. I hope and pray she changed her ways. And I believe her and her boyfriend got back together again. And she has a different mindset. Now, Jada Pinkett Smith, in my opinion, is going back to my 2 male subscribers. I had to stop and think about it. And she is the most, in my opinion, the most lethal. No, see, lethal is the wrong word. Worst. Because she's not laying hands on Will. She's doing emotional and a mental job on him. And she's been doing it for a long, long, long time. And when I think about it, and when I think about the 2 male subscribers and what they were stating, yeah. Physical abuse is horrific. I'm not taking anything away from it because it is horrific. But when it comes to mental and emotional, that lasts for a very long time. And what they were stating was, the scars go away, but the mental portion stays. And that's true. And even with the physical part, that's true too. It's like you have to walk on eggshells as far as, I don't want to take this person off. I don't want to do this. I don't want to get hurt. Same with emotional part. So if you go back to Will Smith that night at the Oscars, now he spent years working his body of work to build himself up to get to the Oscars. And you don't just get there, you have to be invited. And not many Black Americans win these awards. I think only like what, five? What was it? Sidney Poitier, Halle Berry. Oh my goodness, who else? Oh goodness, I'm at a blank. But Will Smith won. But when Chris Rock, and this right here is what you know what really gets me, is that at the Oscars they have a comedian and everyone gets made fun of. The people that are nominated and whomever is with them. So he's just going around spotting people out and roasting them. When it came to Jada, and what he said was, "I love G.I. Jane. I can't wait to see the sequel." Now, what got me was Tiffany Haddish. Now she said something that I had to look at her like a little sideways. Like, really? You don't know what G.I. Jane was about. G.I. Jane was about a strong woman to make it in the Navy SEALs because they basically said, you can't make it. You can't. You're a woman. And she was going through all these obstacles and she made it in a man's world. And that's what that was about. Now, I believe Tiffany Haddish, I believe that she was talking about G.I. Jane being a lesbian, and that's not what it was about. It was about being a strong woman making it in a man's world. Women want equality. Well, you got to come up to a man's level and achieve on that goal, on that level. And that's what she did. So I was looking at it as a something big and positive, and not the way not the way she viewed it as. So now I know I'm going to get a lot of pushback on this. Oh man, I know. I'm just preparing myself for it. One thing that we women have is we have something called the protection from the collection. It doesn't matter what a woman does to a man. We have that protection. Now we could sit there and poke a man, just do the same thing over and over and over. We see it over and over and over again. And even though he says stop, we still do it anyway because we know that we can continue doing this. I'm sorry, Mike. Yeah, true. Continuously poking and poking. And then the way the woman minds work, some women, not all, because I don't fall under this category, but some women believe that no matter what I do, I can get away with it. So by me poking you, you have no point to where you're like, okay, I had enough. Now I'm going to make you stop because me asking you and giving you the respect and decency that you require, and you're ignoring me by saying stop. Now you won't stop. So now I'm going to tell you to stop. And then by him telling you to stop, you get, oh no, you don't talk to me like that. And then and then it's another level. Because he dared to say stop. Now up here, she takes it here. Don't you talk to me like that. And then get to talking and talking. Then the only thing you want to do is walk away. Like Amber Heard. He's just trying to walk away. She's coming after him. Oh, you're going to listen to me regardless. I am going to have my say, and I'm going to make you listen to me. And he's already upset, and he doesn't want to take it any further. He just wants to get away from the situation. But no, that's not what women do, because we still have that protection of the collection. We still got that going on. No matter what I do, society said that I can do it because I'm a woman. We have equality, which many women don't get what equality means. I'm going to get into that. He walks away. The next thing you know, she hits him and starts hitting him. And she's hitting him, and he has to take it. He can't defend himself because if he does, you put your hand on a woman. No matter what she does, she could do anything. You just walk away. But wait a minute. She is walking away. Um, she is walking away. But no, he is walking away, but she's not allowing the situation to simmer down because she still has that energy that she just wants to continue on. And then if he moves and just tries to get her off of, his arm and accidentally knocks him down, oh my goodness. Oh, he hit her. Now, let's stop and take a look at this. Let's really analyze this. What protection did he have? Because he asked her to stop. He walked away. He did everything what he was supposed to do, but she didn't let him. And then she's grabbing onto him, and he just is like, stop grabbing me, and sort of moves. And then she falls, and now the police are called. Oh, he hit me, or however she wants to take it. And then he gets in trouble for simply trying to remove himself from a hostile situation. Now, remember, she has the protection of the collection. Yeah. So let's go back here. So let me make it like this. So when this happens, this is okay. Him getting them getting beat is okay because they're men. They take it. They can take it. She's just letting off some steam. I don't think that is cool. No. She ought to keep her hands to herself. That's what I believe. Now, in my school of thought, let me back up for a second. Now let's talk about equality. Now, equality is not equal. They want not equal opportunity, equal outcome. I want the same thing that that a man gets. I want the same thing. Now, when a man is out there protecting the household from robbers or whatever, or will women be there with their man running out there protecting the household while the man is upstairs like this? Oh, honey, go ahead and go sleep to her. No, she's gonna say, oh no. You get on down there and go do your job. But remember, you want equality, equal outcome. So you need to go on down there and defend the house. And that doesn't happen. Now, the emotional part really does a number, the emotional mental part. Now, Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith have been married for a long time. And that night, the night of the Oscars, as I stated earlier, he worked so hard for that. And then when Chris Rock made that joke, Will Smith was laughing. Then he sort of looks over and sees Jada like upset. That, remember, she loved Tupac. And every waking moment, Tupac. I mean, even her daughter wrote a letter about, hey, Tupac, you're not dead. Come on back and make my mommy happy. I mean, that is Living under another man's shadow is a worse place to be, and Will didn't have it within him to take himself out of that situation. He just loves her too much, way too much. Yeah, you're absolutely right, but you missed the beginning part. This right here is birds of a feather, and I'm talking about women that either physically or emotionally or mentally abuse men, and how women we have the collection. I mean, the protection of the collection. That's what this is about. So I'm going to get back to Amber as far as what you're talking about. I'm just laying it out, okay? But I appreciate that. So Amber was able to hit him, but when Johnny was just like trying to, damn, where was I? Okay, well, when no, uh, so Will Smith, so he gets up because he has his Tupac moment, and he goes up and then he smacks a man. His greatest achievement, Jada did absolutely nothing at all to stop him. Say, hey, no, that's not what she did. She let him go. And then when he hit him, you can see from a different angle, she was there laughing. But to make matters worse, this is what I was like, oh my goodness. When she came out and said, now we all can heal. Now we all can heal. What? Because he got hit? Because Will Smith hit him? Now we all can heal because you were vindicated? Is that what this is about? And no, then it gets worse. Then she comes out and address. Then Jada goes to Red Table Talk and then says, now we can heal. But no, it gets better. Then she talks about the night of the slap at the Oscars. She did that at Red Table Talk. So you're doing this on your platform? That's terrible. And she took zero responsibility, zero, because all this could have been prevented. Zero responsibility. And this this is where women work off of, because it brings that delusion, and a lot of women have the delusion. I mean, even I had to work through it, because I remember back in the 80s when I was growing up, and I was told, you don't let no guy talk to you like that. You go get in his face and you tell him, and you got your neck going. Ooh. You get your neck going, you get your finger in your face, you get in a man's face. And remember, society says you can't hit a woman because a man is stronger. And even though she hits you, it's okay. She can hit you. You just suck it up because you're a man. Suck it up. Suck it up. I look back on it and I'm just like, now older, and I see a lot of these young girls and women my age who still have that same mentality and wondering, well, how comes I can't get a man? Well, a man doesn't want a masculine woman. He wants a feminine woman. He wants he's the yin and he wants his yang. He wants his opposite. And and back to my 2 subscribers, I gotta thank you, because you really made me reflect and see my bias. Because even though it's easy roasting Amber, because Amber just got up and she was talking about the most outlandish stuff. I mean, just he beat me in my face, broke my nose with his rings. Apparently, she has never seen what that looks like. She just made things up, just made them up. And what really gets me is that she even admitted to some of the things what she was saying was not true. She was she 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 couldn't keep that up on her cross examination. But you have some women, and you'll see them on my post saying, you know, Amber ought to be believed, but she was discredited in a court of law. She was brought in front of a trial, her peers. Oh, well, people were looking at social media and the judge was this, and no, no. She lost based on her own evidence. She lost because her lawyers. She lost because she simply wasn't telling the truth. And it was quite apparent. Matter of fact, two blind people can physically see that Amber wasn't telling the truth. And guess what? Helen Keller put her stamp on it. She wasn't telling the truth. Yeah. Yeah. And that is what Sage Moon. Yeah. And that's why I was spending more time on Jada Pinkett Smith. Now, because she's the I believe she's the worst because she just does the mental thing, the mental and emotional, just chipping away, chipping away, chipping away at Will. Oh man, poor Will. He can't even get himself out of that situation. He's just too he's way too in it, and he can't get himself out. But what Amber and Heather Locklear did, well, Amber, I think she had the potential to be the Jada Pinkett Smith, because Jada Pinkett Smith, she's more laid back, she's more cal- allegedly calculating, allegedly laid back, manipulative. But Amber, she has too much going on up here. It's like gimme, 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 gimme. I mean, she didn't have that. She didn't have that Jada Pinkett Smith swag. She didn't. And Heather Locklear, I think Heather is a little bit old. I know, I think she's in her 60s now. But Heather Locklear, she just came out punching police officers. I'm like, oh my goodness. But she calmed down after, going through the court system and learning that, okay, all this stuff that I believed, I gotta stay in a woman's place. And if I want equality, I need to get the equality of outcome and not of, equality of opportunity and not of outcome. Learned a valuable lesson. But you're absolutely right. But because women, man, because women, we most definitely do. And what I see, a lot of damage, and we're not checked. And women have this way of, no matter what a woman does, we're going to have her back because we have the protection of the collection. The collection is not saying, hey, wait, Amber, wait. That don't make sense. You're saying he did this to you and he did this to you on this day, but I'm looking at you and I don't see it. And not looking at her behavior and the things that she was doing behind the man's back. Well, I'm not going to get into that, but we're not calling women out, and we're not holding women accountable for what women do. I'm not saying all women, I'm just saying women. Now, what some women do, but all women as a whole community, we need to get the ones who are doing this on the same page and to stop this. And men can't stop it, only women, we can stop it, but we're going to have to, get to the point to where we get the really outrageous ones, the really whacked out ones. And we need to get them under control and say, hey, wait, there's a better way of doing things. And the way you're doing it is making everyone look bad because you're going to run to us for protection, and you're out here doing some shady stuff that it just isn't right, and you don't want to take accountability or admit to what you do. And that right there is a huge problem. That brings me back to my two subscribers. And I'm just sitting there thinking, like, oh man, it's right here, it's written. How did I not absorb this? So I'm saying I just simply did this live stream because I think that we need to go on a deeper level. Yeah, Amber, it's easy to roast her. Oh, she's easy to roast. She is. She's an easy target, but we need to get underneath that. Now, if you have a terrible childhood, don't visit that on anyone else. You get help for that. Whether if you're a man or a woman, get yourself together before you start getting out there. That's my only thing. But but this was the reason for my live stream, was to simply express that. And I know, oh my goodness, I know I'm going to get some flack behind it. I know I am. But that's the price of telling the truth, because it is true. I mean, and us women, we're going to have to really examine the protection of the collection. Now, let's go ahead and flip it. Let's go ahead and flip it. Now, when men go and do the things that they do, go and beat on women, men jump on other men that beat women. Oh my goodness. Yes, they do. Men put other men in check. They do not allow a man to beat on a woman, especially out in public, or even if it's an earshot. They stop it. Men check other men. Women, we need to have that same mentality. We need to check other women, just for those reasons. Because if men did not check other men, and even the most, the smallest, the smallest man will step to another man and say, "Hey, keep your hands to yourself. Don't don't hit her." He would say something. He would intervene in some kind of way. But women, no. Oh, he deserved that. Get him. Oh, cuss him out. Oh, he ain't this. He ain't that. We need to stop that, because that makes women as a whole look bad. And then we're like, well, I don't want to I don't want to say anything to her because I don't want to deal with her mouth or her cussing me out or maybe putting her hands on me, because you know how certain women are. Well, keep in mind, these women are influencing other people, other people's children. That's why it's wild. I mean, if you go to the average high school, you see girls, young girls, jumping in boys' faces, punching them and hitting them, and saying some of the foulest things, terrible things. And then if he ignores her, oh, and you're gay. Oh, it's wild. Nothing wrong with being gay, but oh, gay guys, I'm gonna tell you something. You need to check them, because if they say if a woman says that she's really your friend and you're hanging with her, and then a guy who doesn't really check her or look out for her, and then she turns around and calls him gay, you might want to look at her, because nah, you don't do stuff like that. But back to my point. Jumping out in a man's face like that, you got to stop that, because your behavior is influencing that. And not only TV, oh my God, TV is another whole different thing, different avenue of it. But we women, we have to rein these women in and get them to understand your behavior is just outrageous, out of order, and out of line. And that's not what women do. We just don't do that. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for stopping by. Thank you so much. Thank you. That means a whole lot. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But I'm not going to stay much longer. I got some things to do. I just wanted to jump on and do this live stream. So, on that note, I, my subscribers, I thank you all so much, and I will always, always, always keep it 100. And if I don't, I know you all will call me out. I know you will, and that's a good thing because being around yes people are dangerous because they don't say, "Hey, big girl diary, you might want to change that." Just like one of my subscribers was telling me that I was centered wrong, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, let me go ahead and straighten that out." And I appreciate that. If you if you're at a point in your life to where you can't take criticism or be corrected to make you better, you better find a small little box and stay there because life is about correction to get you to the next level, or you're going to stay on a basement level, as they say in Spanish, para siempre, forever. Correction takes you to the next point in life. So I just had to get that off my chest. That really weighed hard on me when I saw my 2 male subscribers. So thank you. And I do apologize. Okay. On that note, like, subscribe, passerbys. You can like, heck, you could even dislike my trolls. I did a video about trolls. Take a look at it because sitting there telling people this or screaming and hollering, that's not what trolls do. If you look at that video, I'll explain it to you. Thank you for stopping by.